Hey guys, so you saw in the course module that we are on the third limb of yoga. So we did the yamas and the niyamas. And now we're focusing on the third limb, which is asana, and that is all about yoga poses. So all the physical postures in yoga. There's over 10 categories of different kinds of yoga poses. We're going to focus on 4 of them today. So those 4 categories are going to be some seated yoga poses, some standing poses, balancing, and twists. So they all have their different benefits and different purposes for practicing, but with all the categories, all of the yoga poses, we want to focus on our breath and our body. So it's about the connection between the two. So it's not just about, can I get into this perfect pose? Can I do the pose correctly? It's more about just trying it and paying attention to how your body feels in the pose. When we move through poses, you should be focusing on your breath. So not getting caught up in what the idea of what it should look like. So today, when you're trying the video, I want you to even focus more on what I'm saying rather than what I'm doing. So you can look to see what I'm doing for the pose if you'd like, but don't worry about what your pose looks like. It might look different from mine, right? Just going with it. When we focus on asana, this idea of connecting our mind and our body through our poses, we really want to focus on effort and ease together. So effort is like you're going to be actively trying in the pose. Your body is putting in effort because it's building strength, right? So you have that effort, but also at the same time you want to have ease. So you don't want to be, if you have like too much effort, you might be like struggling, like holding your breath and really being tight in a pose. So that's too much effort, right? We want to have ease come into that, where we just kind of let go of what we're thinking about the pose should look like, and we just relax into the pose to whatever our version of it looks like. So even if it's not fully into the yoga pose, we're still just trying it, and this is what it looks like for you today. Okay, so not straining, not pushing. We don't want to have any injuries. That is not the point of yoga. It's to really just, again, connect your breath and your body through poses. Okay, so we're going to get started. I'm going to just put on some background music for us to have, and we'll start with a breathing exercise to get us ready, and then we'll get into some seated poses, and then transition more into standing, twisting, and balancing poses. So wherever you are, you're on a mat or a towel or a blanket or the floor, whatever's comfortable for you. Okay, let's just get in a nice comfortable posture. So whether you want to start seated or lying down, that's up to you. And maybe just something to get you feeling comfortable. So you can do some shoulder rolls like I'm going to do. If you've been working over a laptop a lot today, you want to watch your posture. So take it from this kind of hunched mode that we normally get into to try and have a tall spine. Roll your shoulders down and back. Maybe notice how your neck's feeling right now. Maybe you want to do a couple neck rolls side to side. So just bringing one ear towards one shoulder. And switching sides a couple times. Okay, bring your head back up. Your neck is neutral position now. And let's do this breathing exercise called Take 5 breath. So this is a really good one for just getting your mind kind of clear and focused, especially if you've been having a lot of thoughts, jumping into school again, to work, and being expected to go from this 2 weeks where you had off to now you have to get work done, right? Or we can get overwhelmed with that. So take 5 breaths. When you inhale, you're counting to 5 in your mind. If you want to use your fingers, that's helpful sometimes. And then as you exhale, you count back down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so inhale, counting up to 5 in your mind, exhale, counting down, and we're going to do it 5 times. Okay, you can use your hand if you want, like I said, or just count in your head. And if your breath is a little slower or faster than mine, don't worry about that. Okay, set it to where it feels comfortable for you. Okay, sitting up nice and tall or laying down, however you're choosing. And you can close your eyes or look at a spot down on the floor in front of you. No particular thing to look at, just gazing off, eyes kind of half closed. And let's empty out our lungs first. All right, and inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling, counting to 5. Exhaling, counting down from 5. Again, inhale. Slowly let it out. 2 more on your own. Last one. Nice. And then just noticing how you feel after doing that breathing exercise. There's no right or wrong answer. I just want to give us a moment to do, let's do a silent 60. So 1 mindful minute of just focusing on our breath. So we just intentionally changed our breathing to match it to counting, and that was a good focusing tool. But now let's let go of the counting and just focus on your breath. So whether you feel it more in your belly or your chest, maybe you even feel the air coming in and out of your nose, whatever you want to focus on. Okay, you can put your hand there if that's helpful, or just see if you can follow your breath in that spot. Okay, I will start and end our minute with the bell. So go ahead and get back in that comfortable position with your spine up nice and tall. And for the full minute, just see if you can follow your breath. That's it. Just pay attention to your breath. Ready? If your mind wanders, that's okay. Just bring it back to your breath. Nice. So again, just check in with how you feel after doing that. Sometimes just 1 minute is all you need to really reset and feel better. Okay, so we are going to jump into these poses now. So we'll stay seated to start. Let me get this music on again. All right. So I do want you to start now an easy pose with me, and then have your hand on your knees. We'll do our normal cat-cow stretches to warm up our spine. So hands hugging onto your knees. You're going to lift your chest and chin up as you arch your back, reach up, feel the stretch in your spine as you breathe in. And then as you breathe out, round your spine, tuck your chin, really holding onto your knees so it can help you get a good stretch. Do a couple more rounds of that. Inhale, look up, reach up. Exhale, round your spine, tuck your chin. Inhale, chin and chest up. Exhale, round and tuck. Last one. Match it to your breath. Inhale, exhale. Okay, come back up to neutral, and let's do a side stretch. So take one hand and put it down onto the mat, and take the other hand, and you want to, on your inhale, lift that hand up. And as you exhale, reach over. So you should feel a stretch down your whole side body. As you breathe in, you're really lengthening, and as you're exhaling, you're feeling the stretch a little deeper. Notice how my bottom arm, I'm bending my elbow so I can get a good stretch. Inhale, come back up. All right, other side. So other hand comes down. Inhale, lift up that other arm, and then exhale, come over to the opposite side. Feel a stretch down from your fingertips down towards your hip. All right, come back up. And let's do a twist. So you're going to inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, twist your upper body to the side, and then drop. Your front hand is going to come down on your knee. Your other hand's going to come behind you. So you're doing a seated spinal twist. So inhale, lift up tall. Exhale, twist and look over your shoulder, your back shoulder. Good. On your breath in, you want to come back to face forward. And let's do the other side. So inhale, lift up. Exhale, turn and drop those hands down. Breathe in to lift and lengthen. Breathe out to twist. Okay, come forward. All right, so we're going to go into standing, twisting, and balancing poses. Remember, it's yoga practice, not yoga perfect. Doesn't matter what it looks like for you today. Okay, so let's do a couple half sun salutations just to warm up. I'm going to turn so you can get a better idea of what the poses could look like. With your feet, you can be kind of at the top edge of your mat. You want room in the back of you because you're going to be putting your feet back there. So stand in mountain pose first. Feel your feet pressing into the mat. And then breathe in, lift your arms up. Breathe out, forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Bring your hands to your shins. Flat back here. As you breathe out, forward fold. Let your head and your arms and hands hang heavy. Okay, breathe in, lift up to extended mountain pose. Breathe out, let your hands come down. Let's do one more time, a little quicker this time, matching it to your breath. I know you can barely see me in the video right now, sorry. Breathe in, lift up, look up. Breathe out, forward fold. Head hangs heavy. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, forward fold. Breathe in, extended mountain pose. And then breathe out, regular mountain. Go ahead and fold forward again. We're going to do just a little gentle twist. I want you to bend, let's see, your right knee. Bend your right knee and then bring your right hand as close down to the mat as you can get it. And we're going to just do a little twist here. So my left leg is trying to be straight and I'm going to bring my left arm up. So I'm going to be twisting here. Okay. Breathe with your twist. Twists are really good for our digestive system. So if you've been snacking a lot on some junk food, this is going to be good for helping your body get rid of some toxins. Let's switch sides. So bending now the left knee, putting my left hand down, straightening my right leg, bringing up my right hand. Focus on your breath. Both hands come down and just kind of shake it out, hang heavy, do a little sway side to side. And then step one foot back. I'm going to start with my right foot. So you're coming into a low lunge here. And then drop your back knee down. Leave your back toes tucked under. This is a balancing pose actually. So this is going to be good for helping your body stay balanced. So in this low lunge here, you don't want to like dump heavy into your front leg here. You still want to be lifting up. See that? So it's a hip stretch, but you don't want to be dumping forward. Okay, so you're really intentional. Your body's really active. Bring your hands up. Take a big breath in. And then bring your hands down into prayer position in front of your heart. And then we're going to breathe in to lengthen and breathe out and twist. We're going to hook the outside of our right elbow to the outside of the left leg. Okay, kind of pushing in right behind the knee. Try to keep your hands in prayer position, twisting and looking up at the ceiling. This is where you might lose your balance. That's okay. Just get back into it. If you want to add a challenge to your balance, you can try lifting the back leg to make it straight. Optional, you don't have to. Drop that back leg down, bring your hands back forward. Go ahead and straighten the front leg just to give it a good stretch. This is half split pose. Okay, so just listen, this is going to get a little complicated. You're going to come back forward, so my left foot is staying on the mat. My right knee is going to come up into a one-legged mountain pose, okay? So I'm going to try to come up slowly and gently, bringing up. I'm coming into a balancing pose, bringing up my right knee into this one-legged mountain pose. We're going to transition from here into eagle. So I'm going to keep my right knee that's bent. It's going to go right on top of my left leg. And I can drop my toes down as a little kickstand, or I can try wrapping my toes around my ankle. So right leg is over. Now I bring my arms forward. Right arm comes under. So I'm going to cross my right arm under my left, bend my elbows so my hands come up, and try to reach them around, try to touch my palms together. It is okay if this doesn't work today. Just trying our best in eagle pose. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let it go, shake it out. And let's come into extended mountain pose. Breathe in, look up, lift up. Breathe out, forward fold, hang heavy in ragdoll. Breathe in, half lift. Breathe out, fold. Now step your other leg back. Left leg is going back this time. Drop your back knee down, toes stay tucked under. So get a feel for this low lunge pose. Remember, in lunges, your knee should be over your ankle, not forward past your ankle. Okay, try to get it directly over. And then reach your arms up. Again, not dumping forward into this hip, but trying to still lift up. You're pushing through the heel of your front foot. And then bring your hands together in front of your chest in prayer position. Breathe in to lengthen and breathe out to twist. Now hooking your left elbow to the outside of your right knee, okay? Breathe through your twists. Your next out breath, come back forward. Bring your hands down. Straighten out your front leg just to give it a little stretch. Flexing your foot. Okay, now we're going to try that one-legged mountain pose on the other side. So plant the right foot down into the mat and then lift up the back knee. Step it forward and then try to slowly come up, balancing into one-legged mountain. Staring at one spot on the floor is going to help you with that balance. It'll help with that balance in eagle pose too. So now I have my left leg for eagle pose. I'm going to cross it over my right. Use my toes as a little kickstand, pressing into the mat, or try to wrap my toes around my ankle of my standing leg. So my left leg is over. Now I'm going to bring my left arm under. So crossing under, lift your elbows, wrap them around so your hands can touch. Maybe you just have eagle legs, and that's okay too. Do whatever works for you today. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more time, breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, let's stand up and shake it out. Okay, we're gonna go through that series of poses a little quicker this time. So like one breath, one movement. Your body knows it a little bit now, so it should flow a little easier, okay? So breathe in, reach up, extended mountain. Breathe out, forward fold. Breathe in, half lift. Breathe out, fold. Breathe in, reach up. Breathe out, hands come down, forward fold again. Bring your right foot back. Drop your back knee. Breathe in, reach your arms up. Breathe out, bring your hands together in prayer. Breathe in, tall spine. Breathe out, twist. Nice job. Breathe in, get a little deeper in your twist. Breathe out, ease, sink into it, but feel that just relaxation in the pose. Lift up your back leg if you want to. Drop the back knee down. As you breathe in, come back forward, bring your hands down. As you breathe out, straighten your front leg. As you breathe in, you want to bring that right knee up into one-legged mountain pose. As you breathe out, cross it over. We're getting into eagle legs. Toe down or wrap around. Whoa. Right arm comes under. One big breath in eagle pose. Let it out and then shake it out. Breathe in, extended mountain. Breathe out, forward fold. Breathe in, half lift. Breathe out, forward fold. Now sending the left leg back. Drop the knee down. Reach the arms up as you breathe in. As you breathe out, prayer position. Breathe in to have a tall spine. Breathe out to twist. Option to bring the back knee up. Okay, on your next breath in, bring your hands, step back down. On your next breath out, you want to straighten your front leg. Flex your foot. Now as you breathe in, you want to stand up. Right leg straight. Slowly bring the left leg up. Try to keep it bent. Focus on a focus spot. It really does help you keep your balance. As you breathe out, you want to come into eagle pose. So eagle legs, crossing that left leg over the right. Left arm under. Reach those hands around. Breathe in. Breathe out. And shake it out. Okay, back to a couple seated poses before we end the practice. So let's do a butterfly pose. Just bring the bottoms of your feet together. Your knees are bent. Lift up through your spine. And then lean forward, so no hunched back. So you want to roll your shoulders down and back and just reach the top of your head forward, like across the room. Take a couple deep breaths. Let go of your thinking, let go of anything that happened in the poses. If you fell a lot, if you didn't get into the pose perfectly, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Slowly come up, bring your knees together. We're going to come to lay down on the mat, so we're going to do one more twisting pose before we do our final rest pose, that corpse pose that you guys love so much. So just follow the directions. You don't have to be looking at the screen. I want you to really come into a rest. So coming onto your back. Hug your knees in towards your chest together, so really squeeze them. Hug them in close. And then drop your knees to one side. So I'm going to start with dropping mine together to my left side. And then I'm going to reach my right arm out. So I'm really twisting. So imagine like a wet rag being wrung out. You want to be twisting in opposite directions. I like to hook my left hand onto my top knee so I can really push my knees down to get a deeper twist. Breathe into your twist. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Bring the knees up and let's switch sides. So again, hug them in, squeeze them in, and drop them down. Twisting to the opposite direction. So I'm using my right hand now to hook onto my top leg, and I'm going to look towards the left. I'm twisting away from my knees. Knees back up, and then let your legs go out long. Take up a lot of space. Arms out long, palms facing up towards the ceiling. Let your feet just kind of flop out. Let your body totally relax. So this is where we practice that going from moving really fast or doing a lot to being able to let our bodies rest when they need to being able to find calm when everything's really chaotic. So feel everything relax from your toes. Notice them, let them relax. Notice any sensations you feel, but then let that go. Bring that attention up your legs, from your shins to your knees to your thighs. Let your legs totally relax. Bring your attention to your belly. Let it soften and relax. And up towards your chest. Let your chest relax. Bring your attention down through both arms and hands. And let them just melt and relax into the mat. And then let all the muscles in your face relax. Your eyes, your eyelids, the space between your eyebrows, your jaw. Just melt into the mat.
Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. You're just gently waking your body up. Maybe you want to roll your wrists and ankles in circles. Bring your legs back together and then stretch your arms up overhead. So really get a full body stretch from your fingers to your toes. Big breath in and let it out. And you can curl over to one side and gently press yourself up back into easy pose. All right, guys, great job. So we moved through 4 different categories of yoga poses today. Now your task is to, you'll see in the assignment part, but your task for this week is to either upload a picture of yourself doing one of those 4 categories of poses. So a seated pose, don't pick easy pose, that's too easy. So other than that, you can pick a different seated pose that we did, a different standing, a twisting pose that we did, or a balancing pose we did, like eagle or one-legged mountain. So you pick your pose and you can upload a picture of yourself doing the pose so I can see that she did it and see how great you look in the pose. If you don't want to do that, then the other option is to write about the pose that you would choose. Okay, so you'll see all the details in the assignment. I'll see you next week.